Could this be our fourth ice storm of the season coming our way? Well, maybe not actually ice storm, but the ice potential is there, and we could have a few issues from it. So let's take a look at for those areas that don't need any more. So here's how this might play out, at least according to this model. I'm showing you the North America model because it's the one with kind of the most detail that goes out this far. Once it gets a little bit closer, we will see this in more detail with some more of our high-res models, and some of those do perform a little bit better. But by 2 o'clock in the afternoon on April 1st, which is Wednesday, we're going to start to see some of that come on through. Notice that continues to lift off to the north, and then by Thursday, this is when the freezing rain potential really starts to solidify across northern lower Michigan and perhaps into the upper peninsula. That's indicated by the pink colors there. Now notice how the green goes further north, which means we'll start off as freezing rain, and then we'll warm it up, melt that off, but it'll still be raining. It just won't be freezing anymore, while the upper peninsula is looking at sleet and snow that transitions over to that freezing rain. Now some of this could be coming down quite heavy, which good and bad thing. If it comes down heavier, a lot of that tends to run off and not freeze to everything. So you do have to be careful looking at raw model data of this. A lot of the models assume every drop freezes, and that's just not the case almost ever, especially when it falls hard and fast. But notice down to the south, we have these vertical green and yellow colors telling me that we might have some thunderstorms coming out of this yet again. And that threat moves off to the east, while a couple areas of lingering freezing rain and freezing drizzle are still ongoing in the UP, maybe even overnight into Thursday. So this is something that we'll have to watch very carefully. But again, going back, notice how the pink starts in the middle and makes its way on up the state. So think of it as we're bringing in warmer air, but we're not warming up the ground as fast. So you have liquid rain falling into colder air and freezing, but then eventually we do warm the ground up, and that's why you see everything shifting off to the north. So areas of the south, Gaylord, Traverse City, Grand Rapids, even probably up toward Big Rapids, it'll melt quickly through the day. But of course, a lot of damage can happen in those couple of hours. So right now, I would definitely just thinking about ways you might be able to prepare. Don't take any immediate action yet. Of course, it's hard to with an ice storm, but this is something that we're going to be looking into, and I will provide a lot of updates on right before we get there.